Okay, so I'm late to the party. I know, it's kind of my thing. But everyone else is talking about this, and I kind of just got here, and I need my turn to talk, so here goes. Arcane, it's really, really good. It's a show that kind of just appeared from nowhere. In some ways, it reminds me a lot of Invincible. People knew it was a thing, but I think most people shrugged it off until it actually came out and everyone had their minds blown. And it's kind of the same deal with Arcane. Except this time, Arcane is a series based in the world of a video game that everybody knows and loves, League of Legends. Oh god. Listen, I'm not here to explain why League is the biggest laughingstock in the gaming community, because League players literally do that themselves. But what I am here to say, however, is that Arcane completely breaks the norm when it comes to video game adaptations, and it is truly a piece of art. So without further notice, this is the brilliant, the visionary, the expressive, and breathtaking world of Arcane.
Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Ran away. I swear I'll never be sad. No way. My enemy. Ran away. I swear I'll never be sad. Look out, be sad.
To start out, let's actually talk about the world Arcane brings us into.
Certainly have something to live up to, my boy.
Welcome to Piltover, a steampunk utopia obsessive over progression and status, gleaming with its golden architecture and clear blue skies. But the flip side of this stunning ecosystem is its undercity, a netherworld infused with poverty and violence. There's danger lurking at every corner, and it brings such a unique aesthetic flavor to it that it's impossible not to love the disparity between these worlds on a visual level. For instance, Piltover's structures seem to be stable and secure, meanwhile the Undercity not so much. It's dilapidated and struggling to hold itself together, just like the people living within it. Whilst Topsiders are seen as righteous and visionary, it's the Undercity that's full of people and ideas synonymous with negativity and extremism. But Arcane isn't all about the flashiness of its world design, it's more so about its style. The sound design is exceptionally jagged yet eloquent. The fluidity of each character movement or the intensity of each punch or blow is appropriately improvised yet elegant. In terms of aesthetics, it reminds me a lot of Spider-Verse, which is something I do not say lightly. And it's kind of insane how League consistently creates such good products and yet still have a terrible gameplay experience. Look, we have attractive K-pop girls dancing and singing their hearts out, and stupidly hyped songs for their world championships, other cinematics, and now Arcane. It's both ridiculous but also kinda genius. Because now people will run to League being tricked that it's actually a good gameplay experience, only to then be... But instead of getting all wishy-washy about its incredible art direction, let's take a look into its narrative and characters that really help build the backbone of this incredible series. Now, Arcane's narrative is quite simple on paper. It's a dark, gritty story that acts more like a social commentary for the collapsing world of Piltover. But politics aside, at its core, Arcane is very much a character-driven drama. Each character is rich in personality and style, and no two are the same. This means we get some really fun interactions between characters of opposite upbringings and identities. There's just so much to annotate and comment on about each respective character and how they link with the plot. But I think this pick and choose element really makes Arcane all the more interesting. And the reason for this is that no character is morally right. There is no hero in this story. You choose who you root for, and Arcane will try to challenge that and your loyalty to this character in every way possible. This is especially true for the primary antagonist, if that's even what you want to call him. Silco is such a cunning and distant character who we then learn is suffering just as much as everyone else, and is actually deeply affectionate for those close to him, making it difficult branding him as a true villain.
Oops. Oh, so sorry.
I love him. But by far one of my favorite characters in this whole show is Viktor. Viktor is a scientist obsessed with revolution. He wants to change stagnancy by using the one gift he has, which is science. And in his unrelenting quest fueled by idealism, he ends up descending into madness and pulls off some pretty insane stuff. But whilst his actions were impacted by circumstance, Viktor still abides by his moral compass. And I think the best scene of this is when there's a consideration of using his science to develop weaponry, where he says the following.
We agreed Hextech was to improve lives, not to take them.
We may not have a choice.
There is always a choice.
He literally could have died there, but this is a man so trusting in his abilities, clearly outlining that there is a choice, and that he'll do whatever he can to reach it. He's such a staple character because of how persistent he is, and this is just one of the many truly outstanding cast members. But if I'm completely honest with you, the reason the internet is breaking right now is because of the appearance of one character in particular. Jinx is a character so layered and human that she quickly becomes one of the standouts. She's unable to reconcile with the weight of her tragedy. She's unstable and a bit of a loose cannon, but she never fails to be engaging and exciting whenever she's on screen. She's so animated and vibrant, and the portrayal of this psychologically tormented character is illustrated so artfully that it's impossible not to sympathize with her. And I think Jinx perfectly outlines the main crux of Arcane's narrative, and it's that Arcane's narrative is tragic. If you unmask all of this political drama and weaponized chaos going on, you get such a raw, heartfelt, and human approach to a story of this caliber. And to add to this, I think Arcane has a really great duality. For every perspective on wealth or power is an appropriately contrasting theme of the less fortunate or the powerless. Arcane feeds you with differing philosophies, and it earnestly encourages you to question who you're rooting for and why, which to me just enriches the entire experience and makes it all the more entertaining. Arcane is special. I don't actually think we deserve something this good. It's one of those rare pieces of media that appear every now and then and absolutely blow everybody's mind. But all in all, there really isn't much to say about Arcane. It's game-changing because it solves the video game dilemma. It single-handedly disproves the long-time curse of video game adaptations being doomed to fail and sets the bar for what they should be. Arcane as a whole is an introspective, chaotic, and heart-wrenching experience. It will have you screaming with hype or leaking with tears, and still have such an idiosyncratic flow that's unmatched by anything we've ever seen. Arcane is what we needed. It wants to be different, it wants to thrive amidst mediocrity and secure its high-standing position. Because above all else, Arcane is nothing short of a visual, auditory, and narrative masterpiece.